I mean, this has come out of a bit of, well, not nowhere, but I get what he's saying, though. What, to punish me? Because that's all he ever got at Guso, was punished.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are back with another episode of modaozushi. We come back as we normally do with notes, comments, and a board. So let's go ahead and look at that board first thing. Where the board changelog, I connected Ni Mingzhu to Wenju, and then marked Wenju as dead. And then I marked Wang Lingzhao as dead.
Eaten by zombies.
Yeah, I mean, the element there is, I guess I could connect that to Wei Ying, but indirect, I don't know. I'm just going to mark her as dead. Leave it at that.
I do have a note about that, of course. So talking about notes, we go to, and I have to check because either I skipped an entire episode and I mislabeled them, or there's something wrong with this. I think it's on my end because I listed this as episode 14 when in fact is going to be episode 13 when it should be episode 14 notes. So my mistake.
I mean, I've done that before where I've gone back and like, oh shit, did I miss an episode? And I scroll up and it's like, I've copied. So when, in my notes, it's just, horizontal line, episode this, board changelog, horizontal line, episode this. So I usually just copy the episode and line thing and then paste it. So sometimes I'll scroll up and so episode 12, episode 12, episode 13, episode 14. Oh shit, I forgot to change these numbers. That's why I'm behind.
So I double checked. I haven't found anything yet, but I will have to double check. So these are notes for episode 14, the last episode we watched. The sound of a flute echoing in the darkness. When Ruan, these ants are no threat to me. Oh, wait, they killed my eldest son? Okay, everybody fights. No one quits. That's what happened in the intro. Like we're attacking the Wen.
No, not even that. Not really. I'll respond with my first note. It's not as hyperbolic as yours, but so the Sunshot campaign initial assault failed despite the fact that the Wen clan didn't even call in all of its forces. Only after the death of his eldest son. No, never mind. I guess I do agree with you. Sorry, everybody. The only is I'm working on 2 hours of sleep, and I tried to fall asleep multiple times before this recording already.
Mm-hmm.
So the Sunshot campaign initial assault failed despite the fact that the Wen clan didn't even call in all of its forces. Only after the death of his eldest son did Wen Rohan order all offshoots and subdivisions to muster. No, wait, I think I am saying what I mean to say. You're like, in my head, I heard you say the thing that Starship Troopers guy says.
Yeah.
Everyone fights. Somebody quits. I'll kill myself or whatever. Yeah, it's the element that he doesn't do that until after his son dies. They're already in the battle, though. Like, all the nations of the world have risen up against him, and he's already put them down. But then his son died.
Yeah. Well, I understood the battle continued. It's not over yet.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that that's the initial narrator thing. 8,000 cultivators from all the people. The Sunshot campaign all rose up and went to their hometown, and they were like, we got this, and they handled it. And then literally in another fight somewhere else, his eldest son gets killed. And then he's like, well, that's it, call in everybody. So before he called in everybody, he already put down the main assault force of the Sunshot campaign. That's how good off the Wen were.
Well, since you answered my note with a note, I will continue with my notes then. So the fighting is not just on the front lines, but also includes covert raids as well. Wei Yin's attitude of the enemy of my enemy is my friend, it's commendable, but it's also something that is often added to this phrase, until my enemy is dead.
Wei Ying's attitude of my enemy is my friend.
It's commendable.
No, sorry, I was going a different direction now. Comes from where?
Remember that he keeps saying, oh, somebody attacked this. Somebody killed all the people we're going to kill. Well, that's good. They're on our side. And then later on, he gets
let's just take a step back real quick. Wei Ying's attitude.
Wan Ying, not Wei Ying. Wan Ying.
You said Wei Ying. I repeated back to you Wei Ying. And then you said, yes, Wei Ying. And I'm like, what are you talking about, Wei Ying?
Wang Yin or Yang Shen, as you normally would call them. Wang Yin, not Wing. I mispronounced it, but it's Wang Yin.
So you mean Jian Shang?
Yeah, Yang Shen.
Which, by the way, they call something else this episode.
Yeah, because now he's clan leader as well.
Yeah, but you're saying Wang Ying when it's actually Jian Wen Ying.
Yeah.
Which would also be a lot more clarifying for me, because also I'm not used to hearing Wang. Remember, I think it was like an episode ago, 2 episodes ago, I mentioned they've never said that out loud, Wan Ying. It's only been like when his name showed up, and then underneath that it said Wan Ying, and I wrote it down, and then you started calling him that forever.
Yeah.
And this is like the first time. I think I even have a note about it, how confused I was at first. Jin Clan is losing ground in Langya and Qilu. The Ni Clan won its battle in Hejian. Jianghuai is somewhat stable, and Lanzan led cultivators to reinforce Jingshu. When they referred to Jian Chang as Jian Wengying, sorry, it was right here, the next note. When they referred to Jian Chang as Jian Wenying, I had to double check my board because I think this is the first time that name's ever been used. I wonder if this is supposed to inform us of the perspective of whoever the narrator is, as they also call Lanzan Long Wangji, names we don't often get for these characters. The narrators don't often use their familiar titles.
Yeah. I mean, it also
sounds different from the narrator that we've gotten before. So as I'm saying, maybe the narrator is a person. Like 300, where the narrator turns out to be a character.
Yeah. It may well be also that this is a change in their stature. They're no longer just the children of these clans. They are now the leaders of this war, right?
Well, no. I mean, the element is they're referring to them by these names suggests a relationship from the person saying it.
Yeah.
The what's the word I want to use here? Not the ultimate perspective, but the relationship between the narrator as a entity outside of the narrative would, I think, not be calling them by familiar names.
Yeah.
I mean, that's almost, I just don't understand that as well as I think that I do, which is also 99% probable.
A little note about the same, the paper. I don't remember I call them pamphlets, but they're really not pamphlets.
Charms.
Yeah, the charms. Although considered toxic, cinnabar had many uses during the centuries, including as a source of mercury and in Chinese medicine. Because they usually are written in cinnabar, but the added strokes were in human blood.
Considering for a moment that it's probably not his blood.
That is also probably true, yeah.
Because there's too many papers there.
Yeah.
So they must be having the zombies using their own blood or something like that. Or the blood of the victims. Blood of the victims is probably more likely.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, the idea you'd be having here is that he's writing in whatever, cinnabar. So every time I think of cinnabar, I think cinnamon. So I'm just thinking cinnamon sticks. He's like cinnamon stick thing.
Yeah,
I don't know what form cinnabar takes. But still, that would mean he was like, maybe, nail the thumb bite that you often see like Naruto or whatever, and then just like doing that, which means you're rubbing your open, bleeding thumb over toxic material.
Yeah, toxic ink. Yeah.
Yeah, which would mean that, well, I don't know. He's already supposed to be dead, so who the hell knows?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the little research I did, cinnabar is found usually volcanic rock, and within cinnabar, you have to open it up to get mercury from it. So mercury is inside this sort of inner rock formation or crystallization within volcanic rock, which makes both because that's what also makes cinnabar toxic, because mercury is highly toxic.
Yeah, I understood that. The moment you said they get mercury from cinnabar, I was like, oh, yeah, that's why I called it toxic. I don't know anything about cinnabar, but you said they get mercury out of cinnabar, so I was like, oh, well, then cinnabar is toxic.
Yeah.
Unless you do something to cinnabar to make it toxic. We might not have a map or anything, but keeping track of territory names and which have fallen can still paint us a picture. In this case, Jingling, Mianyang, and Jianling all being cursed, I would have to assume are either surrounding the burial mounds or are in a direct line to the burial mounds. I'm going to assume that place names are based on the clan that owns them. Like Jingling is in the Jin clan territory, and Jianling would be likewise in the Jiang territory. That's my theory, anyways. Obviously, that doesn't work with the home locations of each clan according to the board, which don't share that naming convention at all. Also, Chongyang being a Jiang fortress. You know what? My whole theory might just be bullshit.
Could be, but it could be that these were younger settlements that were established by the clan and therefore share their name
Well,
versus
there's also the
older
element there's a bunch
places.
of clans that we just don't know.
Yeah.
And like Mianyang, there might be a MIA Maya, is that Maya
Maya
clan
clan?
that we don't know about. There might be a Cho clan that we don't know about.
Very short notes. Those damn fireworks always ruin the day.
There is a series of YouTube shorts, or just I guess videos in general, which I think this always falls into the category of, which is celebrated too soon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's usually, for some reason, always volleyball. Volleyball teams that celebrate too soon all the time. Like,
Yeah.
they hit the ball, and they're pretty damn sure that they've won, and then for some reason someone, like, leaps off the court and then, pow, hit the ball back into the air, and when everyone else is gathering to celebrate, ball's still in play.
Yeah.
This is stabbed to the chest. That's everything we needed to do. We're good. What's that? Fireworks still in play.
Yeah.
So the two Wen clan flunkies talking about the supervisory offices being cursed, one of them claims that Lan Zan did it, and the other says bullshit. Later, when he's talking to Jian Shang, he claims that he tested out the evil summoning charms, though, and that they have the power to summon specters, thus giving rise to what might have started the rumor.
Somebody spotted him testing it?
I mean, he tested it. From God's perspective, right? We know that they say, oh, Lan Zan did this. Lan Zan said, I checked these things out. They do summon specters. And like, well, that means he did it at least once. So
could be.
It's not a good be. He self-admits.
Yeah, but that's not the thing. It's the connection between the two of them, because he could have tested him out, but nobody saw him test him, so that means that they wouldn't know about
this
it.
implies that somebody saw him.
Yeah.
Weird that the rumor comes from nowhere.
Wen Chao is so stupid. While he notices the papers all over the place, charms, as a cultivator, he should have spotted the difference in them and investigated further. But apparently,
you say that. Lan Zan is our like academic, and even he stared at it for a while and didn't notice. It's just 4 marks. It's not the red ones. It's not the brown and red. Apparently, he says there's only 4 marks. There's more and less than 4 red marks. So that's just not the totality of it.
Top and bottom.
Yeah, well, those are the red marks. But also, Jian Shang sees them and doesn't notice. Our most, out there cultivators stare at these things, like, straight up and don't see it. So I'm not going to blame Wen Chao. Like, obviously, that's the takeaway. That Wen Chao's like, we're surrounded by 100 of these things. We're fine. That Wen Chao is just an idiot, and he doesn't even know his own Wen clan book stuff. You remember when Wei Ying is, like, quoting him? I was like, where does that come from? Your own fucking book.
Yeah.
So you might get that, but again, the element that other people who we are supposed to consider smart also didn't see it. From that element, I will give Wen Chao the benefit of the doubt. It's not even Wen Chao. Like, literally every supervisory office also didn't notice these things.
Yeah.
So the implication there is that despite the Wen clan being like the ultimate military force here, because again, they put down the Sunshot, but they defeated the Sunshot campaign first go with not even their backup. So, well, Jian Chang just straight up says he'd associate with a monster or demon to eliminate the Wen, which is going to be real hypocritical of him if he ends up killing Wei Ying over all of this. Also, not to let my last note pass, Lan Zan tested summoning specters, making him also a bit guilty.
Yeah, it is a violation of his own rules, right? This is something that should not be done, period. So the fact that he put it to the test, he was willing to, commit evil to test evil, to see if it's evil. What if I stab you? Oh, you died. Oh, well, I shouldn't have done that. Well, at least I know you died when I stabbed you. Cool. That's how it feels like. They're like, oh, well. I would refer back to my note about, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, blah, blah, blah. Ling Jiao, you didn't push Wuxian over the cliff, but you certainly burned him with your brand and wanted his hand cut off. Do you think you would escape his wrath? Because she keeps like, no, I didn't push you. I didn't push you. It's like, yeah, I don't
Yeah, I was
think
about to
that's gonna
correct it again
help
because I
you.
think you said Wen Chao
Yeah, Ling Jiao.
is Wang Ling Zhao. Very different
Just said,
sounding names.
yeah.
No, I mean, I said my piece during the episode. She does the least of everyone.
And yet she did just enough.
Oh, and she
I guess.
participated.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm not like in the element of who deserves the worst. Seeing her, like, she's also the first one to recognize, oh shit, something's up here.
Mhm.
Because she's terrified from moment one, from before even shit starts going down. She's just like, oh no, what if he comes back? What if it's really happening?
Mhm.
When there's like almost no reason to suspect that he's come back and something's happening. So it's the element that she was actually being tortured by this before he even comes for her.
Yeah.
And the element is
guilty
that she, again, I'm saying that she does the least because at the end of the day, everything
It's a bit
she's
funky.
done has just been
Yeah.
words, right?
Mm.
She shows up and says, you need to whip that guy. Well, somebody got whipped. All she did was say, you need to do X. Otherwise, it's just she runs in, gets herself beaten up a little bit, and then runs away, and then gets killed for it.
Oh, she kept demanding that they cut.
Yeah, no, I'm saying
Wuxian's hand.
words.
Yeah.
Ultimately, really, the one attack with the branding iron, that's literally all she's done.
Mhm.
She is, I guess at worst, high school levels of bad. She causes drama and makes your life miserable, but she's also not the football player who beats you up after school or whatever. Not the worst one, but the first one. Also really seems like Wen Chao like fucking abandoned her immediately.
Yeah, the moment. Yeah.
Well, I almost felt like she like left her out because I didn't know where the fuck they were. It feels like supervisory office or something that's already fallen. But the fact is they're getting served food there. They're getting served food there, which means that it's a stocked place. And then when he leaves, it's like she just here by herself. She left behind, no one's here. And then she runs out. And there's like supposed to be a guy there, so it's like, is this actually one of their areas? It's just very confusing to see if he actually left her behind in the middle of nowhere, or he left her behind in literally a supervisory office.
Yeah. Well, I think originally I thought it was supervisory office that got attacked at the beginning, but they also said that they were going to burn the stores, the grain, and everything else, so there shouldn't be any food there for them. So.
Oh, they were talking about somewhere else.
Yeah.
Somewhere else that they had just taken.
Yeah,
that was being given to Wen Chao.
Yeah, another supervisory office that they had attacked in a raid.
Well, no, they wouldn't be. Wen Chao and them wouldn't be talking about that because the supervisory offices are all theirs. The supervisory offices did not exist until the Wen clan.
Yeah, no, but in the beginning, the opening sequence is the enemies of the Wen Chao raiding.
Right, but I'm talking about from the scene where she's terrified onwards.
Yeah.
Which is Wen Chao getting a report and then fucking leaving.
That seems to be another supervisory office somewhere else. So
again, no, it wouldn't be. They wouldn't get reporting. They wouldn't get a report about supervisory office and Wen Chao saying, "We'll burn all the supplies." Those would be their own offices. They're the only ones with supervisory offices.
No. I think you're.
You know what, Lessons? Fuck it. I don't care. You're making a mistake, and I don't give a shit. I'm too tired. I'm moving on.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess maybe if you're going to be a scout or something, maybe don't wear your clan's flamboyant colors. I mean, you're hiding in the woods wearing red and white.
Oh, then to my next note, I believe. That's the thing about necromancers. They turn your army into their army.
I mean, I play necromancers all the time, so no notes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
According to my episode 1 notes, I guess that's the ghost flute Shenqing, which will eventually go missing.
Yeah. The one that he built out of the branch that he broke.
No, I'm assuming this is a different one.
No, not okay. So he has done it twice. He did it in the future where he just broke the branch.
I'm talking about the flute he's wielding this episode, which is probably
flute,
not the flute you're talking about, because I'm assuming he didn't craft that one that he made out of a branch.
He actually did,
and then just kept it the entire time. I'm assuming at some point he actually just got a flute. He knows how to play a flute. He probably owns a flute. He probably got caught in the middle of the woods, needed a flute before, made a flute, but also owns a flute. not for nothing, back when they go back to the Lotus Pier, when they're like trying to rest and recuperate for a week, they're in his room. They could have picked up his own flute from there.
Well, I think it was from the branch, but that's just me.
Agree to never agree again.
Okay. And my final note. On the one hand, Wuxian's reveal was pretty cool. On the other hand, he could have done it earlier, when the fort was under attack. On the other hand, like I said above, Necromancer turns your army into his army. So I guess he needed enough dead bodies to trap Wen Chao and guarantee his destruction.
Come on, man. You got to be realistic about this. You needed to gather all those ravens first. It was like 1 million ravens. And, whatever gas turns the flames green. You don't get that on your own.
Showmanship.
It's not. You did watch Megamind, right?
Yes.
Presentation,
yeah.
You're watching the, ironically, cheap Chinese knockoff.
Probably, yeah.
The difference between a villain and a supervillain? Showmanship. All right, well, my last note. As I mentioned last time, divergence from the novel section. The novel does not mention an initial march towards Kuishan, nor any orders for Wen Qing's branch to participate. The battle at Chongyang is unique to the animation. In the novel, Lan Wangji and Jian Cheng joined together to assassinate Wen Chao and Wen Zulu. After trailing them through devastated supervisory offices, they encounter the two hiding away, with Wen Chao in a horrific state. Although Wen Chao behaves coldly towards Ling Zhao before her demise, consistent with the novel, the animation does not depict her attempt to leave him just moments before the attack. The animation also censors her death, which does not involve fierce corpses, the zombies. In the novel, she suffers demonically induced insanity that results in her stuffing an entire chair leg down her throat.
Ew. That's one way to go. Also, kind of suggestive, but
Well, you say that, I guess, if you have a thing for chair legs.
No, I mean, the way she's portrayed.
So what I'm imagining, Lessons, is more akin to the end of Total Recall.
Mm-hmm.
When they go and they're getting all puffy up and about to explode because due to pressures and whatnot. Imagine just Arnold Schwarzenegger's neck during that scene.
Yeah.
I'm looking at that, Lessons, and I'm not thinking hot, right? So I don't know where you're going.
I'm not thinking hot. I'm thinking good, but I think it's referential to.
So now I'm just thinking that you thought Hellraiser was a porno.
I'm sure there's a porno version of 1 million of them, probably.
Oh, no. The thing about Hellraiser is they'd always start off with a little bit of sex or something like that. That's the whole point of those kind of horror movies. But, the one that always comes to my mind is they're in the guy's tower apartment or whatever, and they just got done having sex with that woman, and then she's looking at this pillar thing in the middle of his room, and then it rips the flesh off her skin with the normal chains and whatnot. It's oh, you were done with her, now it's my turn. I think it's 2, 3. Feels more like a third movie thing.
There's a lot of Hellraiser movies.
Well, because the first one starts with the doctor absorbing blood and stuff from the in the attic. It's the least Hellraisery movie of not the least one. The least one is God, it goes so many ways with this. I would say Bloodlines. That's the one in space, but that's actually pretty Hellraisery because I go back in time to look at all the other things in the timeline. I would just say the one where the cop goes to hell and is reliving the bad day over and over again because there's not a lot of Hellraiser stuff in there other than Pinhead showing up at the end. Although there's also the one based on the launch party for a video game where everyone just dies and so the Cenobites just show up as people die in the house. That's pretty non-Hellraisery. Anyway,
like I said, I haven't watched many of them, so yeah.
Well, no, I was just going off to the element that's the one where I feel like it starts getting cheesy. Whereas number 2 is the one where I feel like that's the most Hellraiser-ish movie because that's the one that introduces oh yeah, now we're just gonna do shit out in the open, rip your skin off with the things and everything. Introduction that hey, I used to be a Nazi soldier or a German soldier. He was just a German soldier. I think he was a World War I soldier, so he wouldn't have been a Nazi soldier. Anyway, as I said, we have a comment from Sign Anomine from the episode Golden Core. Modaozushi was my first Danmei, so I totally get forgetting names. There are a lot of name, and most characters have about 3 names. Without spoiling anything, Jian Shang regaining his powers is not as simple as Wei Wuxian is making it out to be. Trust the process. Also, when Wei Wuxian is flexing his powers and his hand is glowing, that's just his regular uncorrupted golden core powers. It's funny that you put Wei Wuxian there, because that's what I was thinking about when Zilu. Because I was seeing him, he hit somebody, and his hand, everything's all glowing red. I was like, huh, was that his normal thing? Because I couldn't remember back in the past, but I guess it always was. Which I guess and then implies that normal people also have red color stuff.
Yeah.
You're probably right about when Zilu being with Wen Chao. In the novel and The Untamed, which is apparently the live action, Wen Ning helps Wei Wuxian rescue Jian Shang and then takes them both to his sister so she can treat Jian Shang, who is in an entirely different location. And Wen Chao is still at Lotus Pier. I guess the makers of the Donghua were streamlining this part of the story. Both the novels and The Untamed are a lot longer than the Donghua, so there are some chopping out and rearranging of scenes.
Yeah, it makes sense. For, brevity, if nothing else.
Sorry, just also, this is another commenter that uses the abbreviations, which I'm not accustomed to, which, WWX and JC. And for some reason, I'm completely unconnected to anything. When I see WWX, I think of Winx Club, which is that fairy cartoon.
Yeah.
So, when Winx Club rescues Jesus Christ, and both of them, like, what is going on?
That's one hell of a fanfic, which I'm probably sure there's like half a dozen or more versions of, because why not? That's the world of fanfic.
Well, I mean, this has been adapted multiple times, too, so.
No, I mean,
no, I'm just saying that the element that there's a lot to work with here.
Yeah, the Winx Club saves Jesus Christ from whatever,
I'm just saying, every time that the abbreviations come up, it's like JC, and on the fly, I haven't prepped myself to remember who these are. It's like, oh, JC, Jian Shang. Yeah. Because if I thought this was Jian Wen Ying, then I wouldn't know what the fuck I was talking about. So without spoiling anything, Jesus Christ regaining his powers is not as simple as Winx Club is making it out to be. Trust the process.
Yeah. That's one hell of a fanfic.
It's my favorite part of the Bible is when Jesus Christ loses his powers and has to get them back.
From fairies.
How can you imagine if the Bible was the first Marvel?
Wow.
And I don't mean like Marvel adapted it or something. I just mean the element of it like read like a Marvel story. Jesus Christ fighting the devil, and he loses his powers, and he isolates himself for a couple of days in a cave. And he comes back repowered, ready for the fight.
Yeah. 30 days and 30 nights of hardcore training. Hardcore training to beat the devil. Like, do we have anything else?
Just the rest of the lyrics to that song stuck in my head now. Weirdly, I've had in my feed popping up the Heathcliff theme, our remixes. I haven't looked it up. Clearly something has hurt me and is now suggesting me Heathcliff again. I can't win it with you. Alright, all that said, I guess nothing left to do but hop on in and see what we get.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
I did pay attention to the opening when I was rewatching for my notes, just to see if there was anything in there that might seem to be new or hasn't been seen yet.
No, I think it's just a review of like the first 15 episodes, basically.
Well, no, I mean like the attack on Lotus Pier is here in the opening, right?
Yeah.
So it's just the element that. Well, also, I think the very end of it's probably something we haven't seen before, but it's so... The things we haven't seen are hard to tell, because most of the shots are this. just
Yeah,
their
they're red.
faces. So if you don't
Mhm.
know what's happening, really hard to tell. See, that was
Yeah, they're-
definitely Yan Li and Jian Chang meeting again,
Yeah.
overlooking what happened last episode.
Mm-hmm. That's
Which, by the way,
yeah,
why
that's
was she
it.
hanging out over the cliff? By the way,
Winning,
we brought your sister back from blah, blah, blah. Oh, cool. Let me go rush out to meet her. Runs up the fucking mountain to go see her.
Yeah.
Why wasn't she in the fortress, the safe place?
It was cinematic, basically.
It wasn't. Because we didn't see anything but to him meeting her up there.
No, we see downshot where she's overlooking the fortress. So yeah, that was.
Yeah, but we didn't see him rushing up there. We have to then imply. See, also these scenes must not have happened yet.
Yeah. No. Birth of an old ancestor.
Remember, a bunch of these people get terrified to death. So,
yeah,
they don't tell ghost stories in the Wen clan.
Yeah.
I guess you wouldn't, would you, if you're a cultivator?
Yeah.
Your ghost stories are instructional tapes.
Oh, so he hung the bell out of the flute. Yeah.
He's also wearing a Wen clan outfit.
Yeah.
So he's about to kill Jian clan members.
Oh, okay, they're not attacking the Yang, yeah. Can he stop them? They have no golden cores. I guess he can just.
Yeah, he's pretty good at punching.
Yeah.
That's the guy from he's the first Wen clan member we ever met. Yeah. That was the guy with the water spirit thing. I mean, you'll care later, apparently.
Yeah.
Hey, didn't most of you get here on the back of a sword? Couldn't you just fly away?
Here's your girlfriend.
I guess we couldn't have this shot if she shoved a chair leg down her throat.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude's a professional, you gotta give it to him. Also, at the end of the day, why you don't summon zombies. They're fucking useless or attacking people. This is real power, the infinite raven.
Yeah. They seem to be very effective in taking out all the lackeys.
Yeah, but anything can take it. They're minions. By which I mean 1 hit point characters. Mooks, if you will.
It says the guy who's murdered so many people.
Yeah, but murder is mundane.
Yeah.
This is like a huge faux pas. I said consummate professional. See, I don't think that's a reed that he picked up off the ground lessons.
好一条忠心耿耿的狗。宗主知遇之恩，不能不报。知遇之恩，凭什么你的知遇之恩要别人来付出代价？
To be fair, Wenzi Lu doesn't really shed a lot of blood. He just punches you in the gut and you lose all your immortal power.
And then someone else stops you to death.
Yeah.
我的手，
Cut it off? Or did he gain your power?
Oh, wait a minute. Remember the demon in the original opening? The one with the strong hand?
Take my
Could this be
strong
related to
hand.
that? Yeah.
No. If you're suggesting what I think you're suggesting, no, I don't think that's Wenzi Lu coming for revenge.
Oh, there's your golden core. Oops.
到底是什么人？
You don't know who he is?
Oh man, that fucking arm.
Yeah.
That's not one of his clothes. This is an arm.
华丹手，你想保护着幸温？啊，魏婴，不可能，不可能！
I'm surprised he's not fucking passed out considering how much pain he must be in from his arm.
魏婴，你敢动我，我爹绝不会放过你！
Again.
Yeah. I think you forgot that this is a war.
魏婴，
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what we're doing right now, this isn't war stuff.
魏婴，
I mean, imagine
He's gonna
hearing
feed
this
into his
shit on like
victims,
the
right?
news about today in the Ukraine, a necromancer
Yeah.
showed up. You know, like,
Yeah.
there's just also the element that he's not just like raising the dead. He's like black tendrils and all this other shit,
Yeah.
and soul crushing or
Mhm.
core crushing.
Core crushing, yeah.
魏婴，哦，蓝湛，
So if he wanted to,
谋杀魏氏门生的是你。
he could just leave all the Wen without their cores. He just doesn't want to.
我干的。魏婴，修习邪道终会付出代价，
And that's looking badass.
无一例外。无论什么代价，我付得起。此道损身，
Like smoking.
更损心性。我自有数。有些事不是你能控制得住的。我当然
Hypocrite.
控制得住。
He practiced.
说到底，我
He summoned some
Yeah.
specters too.
又跟旁人什么事？魏无心，韩望基，一定要跟我过不去吗？温邪，还有什么比温狗更邪？
I don't know. This does look pretty evil.
Yeah.
跟我回姑苏，
Hey, that's how episode 2 is, right? Episode 3. Episode 3? Episode 2.
毕竟你们姑苏蓝氏最讨厌我这种邪魔外道。此去并非问罪，那是什么？修身养性，还是要废我全部修为？你以为你是谁？你以为你们姑苏蓝氏是谁？
I mean, this is coming out of a bit of, well, not nowhere, but I get what he's saying, though. But to punish me? Because that's all he ever got at Guso, was punished.
Yeah.
蓝二公子，恕江某直言，
Shut the fuck up.
无论魏无羡是对是错，他都是我云梦江氏的人。就算要
Do I?
也轮不到你姑苏蓝氏来惩治。
I mean, I don't think we can fault them for being so fucking serious.
Yeah.
This isn't like Wei Ying rushing off to pull his headband or something.
江晚迎魏无羡乘胜追击，退敌于秦岭以北，至此收复荆楚所有失地，云梦江氏重新入主莲花坞。
See, I'm glad to hear
Angry.
that the Untamed is longer.
Yeah.
Because it's like everything I've been saying here that we just keep skipping over stuff that I would really like to see. Like the campaign, for one thing. Or do you think it's entirely possible that Ying Li just doesn't know what Wei Ying is up to these days? It's either they're not going to give us that reveal, or it's happened. Or is that Jian Chang's thing?
阿羡，
That
Yeah,
he's
this
hiding this from her, so she still thinks he's dead.
Oh, there was water even inside there. That's interesting.
It's a marsh.
江叔叔和于夫人的遗体，
But inside the building.
Yeah, I mean, they made it that way.
含的狗贼
Or they built it around the scenery.
衣冠冢已经安置好了。在祠堂后山。放心，
Oh, she knows.
这种含的狗
Now she knows.
迟早取来来祭奠江叔叔和于夫人。
莲藕排骨汤好了，谁要喝呀？
我，还有我。
Man, he really grew up. I mean, he was like lanky before, but he was standing like side
Yeah.
to shot. I was like, whoa. It's a
I mean, he does
Superman.
have 2 sets of robes on as well, so.
Yeah, I guess that does it.
眼下荆楚虽然已经夺回来
And I like the
但温软
one for our
又
parents.
调了数万名训练有素的修士押解。各家宗主提到此事，
Use the dinner form of pour one out for your
也
homies.
不知有无法子可破。
Mhm.
办法倒也不是没有。好，
Let me guess, is it raise the dead?
听听。还记得几年前，我曾与你提过木犀神珠，一柄黑色的铁剑，
Ah, he wants that sword.
正是。此剑杀孽极重，在屠戮玄武刻中，
So it's filled with resentment. Frostmourne hungers, so they say.
Yeah.
若能炼化，须能助我们扩展疆域。
Well, to be fair, there's not a giant turtle snake guarding it anymore.
Yeah.
Although, as I said before, that would be a pretty cool thing to raise from the dead. Oh, hey, the Stygian amulet, maybe?
Mhm.
Well, remember, it gets destroyed. Wow, we're just
Wow, okay.
back to the... No, it's not even the present. That's just the future. So then the war was over.
Yeah. No, no, this is the Lotus Club, not Lotus Club, not
年岁大，
not Gosu.
全敬望着这些。
What are you talking about? All I said was the war was over.
Yeah, no. Where is he though?
蓝湛
Gozu?
这是天子笑。蓝湛啊，蓝湛，当年打翻我的酒坛，现在居然自己偷偷藏酒了。
So there are a couple now, I guess. I mean, why else would he be waking up in his room?
Yeah.
赞！
晚膳时间已到，请莫公子随我等一同前往用膳。
好。你们家韩光君呢？
因宗主应敛方尊之邀，需今日赶赴金陵台。韩光君正在送行，稍后便回。
敛方尊？敛方尊你都忘了？兰陵姬是宗主金光瑶啊，你同父异母的兄长。宗主？唉，金陵说你不但疯了，还失忆了，果然是真的。
Just a quick double check here.
兄长此番去见领方尊，可是为金陵台清谈会议事？
正是，这次百凤山围猎，阿瑶计划扩大狩猎区，要我去商议商议。对了，听门生们说，你带回来了一位客人。
I am very confused by my own time
难得你带人回来，
thing that I've
这么高
kept.
兴需好好待客，莫怠慢。
忘记明白。
你从大梵山带回的那只断臂，打算如何处置？
那断臂极为凶险。
Oh, they're talking about the arm. Yeah, the
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I was about to get into it, but I didn't want to interrupt because I've talked over a couple things here.
故意投放在木架中的。
This is the present again.
今夜，我会与
That implies that time has passed on the other side
看能否查出
that we weren't being told about, like years had passed.
我此去金陵台1月方归，这边的事就交给你了。
兄长放心。
is he now the clan leader? I guess.
Well, they just said who the clan leader was.
收来敛方尊金光瑶、赤峰尊聂明觉，还有我们宗主泽无君，三人于射日之争中结义，各有佳话流传，后被众家并称三尊。如今却仅剩敛方尊和泽无君了。赤峰尊风头正盛之时，走火入魔，暴血身亡，也是让人唏嘘啊。
想当年，不夜天成功兼战，
Wait, did he?
四大家族数万修士强攻，鏖战了数10天，多亏三尊里应外合，才得以提前攻克。
Okay. That's cool.
Locked it up.
Yeah.
那一战，天地为之变色。
听说
Oh, so he got his sword back, I guess.
全变红了，好几年才。
No, that wasn't whatever.
又夸张。
我哪有？好吧，确实没有几年，但1年是有的。要知道，当时夷陵老祖可是使上了阴虎符啊！阴虎符系
So everyone keep telling me Yiling is not a clan. They keep saying it like he made his own clan.
Panels are dead, I guess.
唉，据说那位无限修鬼道前修为非常了得，又是个6亿
Not true.
风雅之士。
I wouldn't
Man,
say
he
that he was
wasn't
a
a
great
gentleman.
warrior before he got his powers.
还造那等邪物出来。
He was good, but
阴虎符
He was better than a mook.
存在于世。不可！
oh, there it is.
Apple, haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
父亲，小苹果，你也有今天，你这头欺软怕硬的驴。
I mean, he already figured it out before he brought him up here, so.
Yeah.
Again, the age difference, though, is going to be really weird.
Mhm.
Again, my problem here, before I get into
Yeah.
the time thing, which was very confusing to me, is that the last shot we had was of them, having a little fight, and he like turns around and walks away hurt by what Wei Ying has said.
Mhm.
And then we just
Yeah.
say, and then we won the war. And, and now,
Yeah.
isn't it cute that we're back together again in you and your
Mhm.
reincarnated form? And it's like, we've skipped over basically
lot.
what would have been the movie,
Yeah.
And what I was talking about, the time scale, when they said 16 years in the future, I'm like, well, wait a second. The last time that I know that it's really been was the 20th year of the reign of Zhuangzang, which is where the Jiang clan was destroyed, right?
Mhm.
And then after that, my only note is not my only note, but it goes to the 25th year, which is where the
Mhm.
war is won. Or
Yeah.
not the war is won, actually. That's not where the war is won. That's where Wei
So 4
Wuxian
years later.
dies.
Mhm.
So to say 16 years later, I'm thinking, okay, it's the 20th year, so it's technically the 36th, which is
Mhm.
2 years before he gets summoned, which means that somewhere in all of that, 2 years passed and we weren't informed about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's the element. Not the greatest story when it comes to keeping us updated about
Yeah.
time passing.
Unclean realm.
Oh, Quinn Shi,
Interesting.
that was the unread note of mine.
宗主，行路岭突发异状。啊？
He's still alive. The friend that did nothing and appeared 3 times.
Yeah.
The one that informed everyone about who got injured and who was mortally wounded in a very confusing
Yep.
way.
Mhm.
Yeah, my unread note was Qingxi is the main battleground. I just put it in my notes just so I'd remember. That's their home, the main battleground. So unclean, I guess, probably because if it's the main battleground, it had most of the dead. So if he did anything major with a bunch of dead bodies, it's probably at their house.
Yeah.
As
I
I said,
mean,
I'm not
it
a
was
fan of
going
this.
great until they did the time skip. Oh, so I'm like, what?
Well, I'm
Shit?
assuming we're going to go back again at some point. The
Yeah.
element, like,
'Cause there's the whole thing of
we
the death of
started in the
the-
present, and then we
Yeah.
time skip. I guess still technically a skip if it's done backwards. We time hopped backwards to see where everything happened, and now we're back
Mhm.
again. Not entirely
Yeah.
possible that we just don't skip back again at some
Yeah.
point. I don't know what the point is, though. I guess
Well,
if you were
this whole thing
super
of-
invested in these characters in the first 3 episodes, time to get you
Mhm.
some more of that before we go back or the element that they did the narrator thing already and said, this is what happened.
Yeah.
We don't have to show
Mhm.
you. We already told you in episode 1. What, do you want to see it? Why? Are you a weirdo? What do you want to see
You
a
want
bunch
to
of
see something
zombies
very
for?
cool in visual media? Hell no.
What are you talking about? This is a gay romance. What do you want to see zombies for? Freaking weirdos.
No. I mean,
I'll be honest,
yeah,
though.
it was
Not
good
getting a
until
lot of the gay romance either. The problem is
No,
it's
I
full
mean,
of
remember-
censorship, as the thing is
Yeah.
pointed out. So they're
Mhm.
like,
We gotta hint at it.
hanging their hat on it. Like, it's like, this is
Yeah.
going to mean what this means. It's like, yeah, but I'm not clever enough to understand visual metaphor. I really need you to get these 2 guys kissing at some point.
Eh,
I need one of them to say to the other one, I can't quit you, and then I'll know what's going on.
yeah.
I guess my
Gotta
problem
break
with
those
that
mountains.
metaphor is the fact that Brokeback Mountain was also more about the element of them having existing lives, and the
Mhm.
element of what they desired and what they thought was right was at odds with one another, and it was destroying who they were as people to, the eventual death of one of them. So that
Mhm.
was more of the narrative there, whereas these 2 don't have that.
No.
Lanzan doesn't have a pre-existing relationship with someone that would be destroyed by this. Well, maybe he does. I don't mean the element that he has a wife or something, but I mean the element that
With his
no,
clan and
because his
everything
older
else.
brother seemed to be cool with this. Like, he seemed to be encouraging it, so it doesn't seem like that would
Mhm.
destroy the clan or anything. And Wei Ying tried to get killed by his own brother. Tried to get killed. He didn't try to get killed. Wei Ying's brother
got killed.
tried to kill him for any number of reasons at this point. So I
Yeah.
don't think it's really going to affect his home life.
Although he does say that the tiger
Stygian Tiger Amulet, as I already pointed out, was the thing that looked like it was in this episode as well. And I've already mentioned plenty of times, was destroyed. Did I?
Maybe he
Did I? Hold on. So let me just double check my
killing...
episode 1 notes. I do mention it like literally first thing. The Ghost Flute missing. Nope. Stygian Tiger Amulet destroyed. Black Wind Flag craftable. That was good to know. Glad I wrote that down.
Mhm.
Like I'm making an MMO about this. That one's going to be craftable. We need to know for the devs.
Yeah. I mean, I can see an MMO in this world. That'll be cool.
You say that. I don't think there would be any meat to it.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah,
you'd have one type of enemy, if not normal people, though. One type of non-human enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And what? You pick a clan, and then every clan is basically the same, just different colors?
Yeah.
I mean, it works well for like role play, but are you going to buy an MMO to then do all the role play yourself? I mean, I know plenty of people that would, but not enough to fund an MMO.
Yeah. You need more conflict. You need like more conflict between the clans and stuff like that. Like if each clan was distinct enough to be a faction, then yeah, you could do it.
Otherwise, I mean, you do, which is the element that for most people it's going to be names. Oh, what are you going to pick? Oh, I was thinking brown gold. What are you thinking? Oh, I'm a big fan of red white.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. See, the thing for me is that purple is the royal color. Well, not in this setting. It's like, oh, fuck you. Like, that's going to be most people's distinction. What color do you want to be represented by?
I mean, one could be said that it uses mystical powers. The other one is archers. The one that was the undead.
They're not. They're all archers. That was the whole point of the archery contest, is that they're all archers.
But they're the best at it, apparently.
No.
Not really.
No, there was a bunch of people in the top 5 from different clans. No. I was only like, they're all main characters, too. So, that's not representative of anything.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, you'd have to set it in the past. Otherwise, your main antagonist clan is gone.
Yeah. The Wayne clan is gone.
See, my problem here, I guess, is in this discussion, I'm now realizing you wouldn't do this. This wouldn't be your thing. You'd just make a Legend of the Five Rings MMO and call it a day.
Yeah.
Because that would be the same thing, just with more deviation between the clans and everything. And not for nothing, also years and years and years of built-up storylines. You know, back in the day when they did the card game stuff, and they would change the storyline for the universe based on who won the card game tournaments. Mm-hmm. That's fucking amazing. I love that idea.
Yeah.
Apply that to the MMO. This percentage of clans won the boss raid sort of thing. Mm-hmm. So it means this clan did more boss raids. So we're changing the storyline to represent what happened in the MMO. That would be pretty cool. I don't know if it'd be amazing, but
or
cool.
Conquest of Lands, or all the mechanics that they added to MMOs. Yeah, so.
Yeah, but you want to keep it tight because the element is that you add too much and it becomes Guild Wars 2.
Unmanageable, yeah. So yeah, this episode, I would say, liked it until the time skip went like, what's going on? I was like, I was waiting for that final battle. I was like, no, never mind.
I didn't think the final battle was going to come this episode anyway.
Yeah.
It was just a lead up to the reveal of, Wei Ying and the payoff of Wen Chao getting killed.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Like the bastard.
Not much comes from the Jian Chang's thing is like, oh yeah, of course he's going to side with him. Like, he doesn't care that Wei Ying is alive. He cares that this is somebody I can use. And boom, there it is. And then, Lan Zhan has his whole very in line thing. Except for the element, again, that he's now a hypocrite in my eyes.
Yep.
And then they won. And then just fucking won. I mean, to be fair, we've known from episode 1 that they were going to win.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this is the element of what I said about before, about investment. The element is I know that everyone's going to die, so I'm not, like, on the edge of my seat waiting for them to die.
Mm-hmm.
But, you said, I really want to see that bastard Wen Chao die. I'm adding in the bastard part, but, what you were throwing out there. It's like, yeah, but I already know he's going to die. The entirety of the Wen clan dies. Like, I'm not, like, on pins and needles waiting for Wen Wuxian to die. We know he must have died. The entirety of the Wen clan died.
Yeah. But like I said, it's as much as the what happens, it's also the how and the why. We also need kind of the why, but the how particularly, that's what I wanted to say.
I assume probably at the end of the sword, a bunch of Black Wisp tendrils, maybe a zombie. Who the hell knows? It's one of these things we know. I mean, I don't know what clever thing that they would do to make it unique. Or maybe that's the thing. Subversion. Maybe it doesn't get unique. Maybe he really just gets stabbed.
So yeah, there you have it. Episode 15. End of the season. Not of the show, though. We have more to watch, but certainly the end of the season.
Yeah, be a real bitch move and we just like cut it off right there. Well, They won the war. It looks like everyone's happy again. Let's finish now before something else bad happens. What about his sister? No, don't want to hear it. Everything's good. Yeah. Everything was good from there on out.
Nothing went wrong. Nada, zilch. The end.
Catch me at my new book printing offices where we don't actually print books. We just rip them in half. Well, it seems like everything turned out happy by chapter 7 out of 45. So, all right, here's your book.
Yeah.
Happy Endings Incorporated. Well, with all that said, nothing left to do but to say that I have been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?